Hey, it's Dan with SWI. Today we're going to teach you a thing or two about electric fences and if they're on and how to make sure that they're working. Ah! The Fault Finder by Strainrite. And this is really going to find who's at fault, whether it was you, me, or him.
It was me.
Okay, so we didn't even have to unbox it to find out who was at fault.
See, I was always just taught you just go and you pick a piece of green grass,
okay,
loop it around your wire and see if it's hot or not. Because it'd travel through the grass and you could feel it, but you wouldn't get a big shock.
There's an electric fence over here.
You can also hear it zapping the grass. Yeah, I feel it. A little bit. A little bit. Little zing, not big zing. I'd probably use this over my tongue.
Okay.
Bet you $50.
Oh. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, Al.
$50, $50.
I don't think I'm that brave. I still like this idea a lot better. What you do with this particular thing is you're just supposed to take this little tab right here and put it right over that wire, and it's going to give you a whole bunch of readouts. If you have a fault in your electric fence, it has two arrows up here. It's going to tell you what direction your fault is. We do know that the energy from the electric fence is coming from that direction. So if we have a fault, if we short it out right here, everything down beneath us will then be dead. And we'll show you that, how it's going to read out, and it's going to read out that there's nothing there. So how can an electric fence short out? Let's see here.
So there would be something touching the wire. Let it be grass, tree limbs, weeds, or just missing insulator grounding out on a fence post itself, a broken connection on the wire.
Your tongue.
Yeah, your tongue. Yeah.
Only for a second. I have a feeling that would only last for a second.
I'm thinking that one's gonna clear itself pretty quick.
Let's put this thing to use. We're gonna take that little metal top there, put the wire in there, and we're gonna press the press and hold the press button. And we have 9.2 kilovolts, and we can see the current every time this thing flashes. It's measuring it. So now we can go ahead and short it out and see what happens. Now that Alan has it grounded out with the one and only bush pig. Hey, if you haven't seen the video on the bush pig, right here. Push the press and hold button, and we have 3.1 kilovolts, 14 amps. Oh, look at that. It says that we have a fault. It says the fault is that direction. So if we remove our handy dandy fault thingy, Alan, can you remove your fault thing? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Now that we have the fault removed, which would be the ground, we have 9.3 kilovolts and 0 amps again. Just so you know, this is only for electrical fences, okay? This is not to go testing all of your electrical circuits in your house. Electric fences only. And it does tell you that you want to definitely play with your fault finder and get to knowing your fault finder. One thing to keep in mind when using your fault finder is you want to start closer to your power source and work your way down, so that way you can actually find your faults and make sure that you don't have any shorts in it. So we're going to go try one more thing. We're going to go look for a T in this electric fence and see if we can get some other things to pop up.
Okay, let me tell you what we got here. We've got a T in our hot wire. So by T, what I'm saying is the hot wire branches out one more leg. So we've grounded out one of the legs, we're shorted it out, put in our fault, what have you, to see what this thing will say. So we know our power supply is back that way. So if I come over here, test my wire, tell me there's a fault and it's that way. Okay, so I'm gonna go that way. Test it over here. Nothing. It's telling me it's shorting out. This is not giving me a direction, so that means I went past the fault. So in that 20 feet, I went past the fault, and that's because that's where it branches off. So if I go back, now it's a little obvious it's right here, but I'm playing with my tool. Yeah, it's telling me my fault's that way. So I'm on the right fence now, going that way. When I went too far past the T, or the split, it said I went past it, so I need to go back, take my T, and go up my T, my split. And here we are.
The property owner showed up and was telling us that he actually just had a fault in his fence this morning. A deer hopped the fence and tangled it up and shorted it out. So he was out finding the short in his fence with the old school voltage meter by Gallagher. And we wanted to do a comparison. That one you don't have to do a ground. This one you have to stick your probe to ground or ground this out to a T-post. Also, note on this one is only going to tell us a kilovolt readout. It's not going to tell us what direction a fault is. So we're still going to have to go and chase that fault with this versus with the Strainrite fault finder. It's going to tell us what direction to go. So because my T-post is going to ground, I'm going to take this little antenna, also known as a probe. I'm going to touch it to the electric fence, and it's going to give me a readout of 9.0 kilovolts. And we're going to take the Strainrite right there, and it has 9.5 kilovolts and 5 amps. It's crazy.
Okay, I'll show the ground. Say you don't have a T-post and you have a wood post.
Well, then I got to actually stick it in the ground. What if it's wintertime and it's frozen? So I have 9 point.
Oh, you found a good ground there.
I found a good ground. Let's go back to a grassy area. Let's go right here. I almost got it too. So I got 8.9. So I have a little bit of resistance there on the ground. And you're still showing a 9.5. Woo. Owie. Ah. Woo. I'll go back to ground again.
Okay, where's the fault?
So right there I'm showing 1.9 kilovolts.
Where's the fault?
So I actually have to go chase it.
He's got switches in the fence and he has to go start turning switches off and seeing if he regains power. Once he regains power, he knows that fault is further down the fence. Okay. So if you don't have switches, you can use this. If you're using something like this, you need a way to isolate the issue area so that you can narrow down the spot where the fault is. If you want one of these, link is it's down here. Yeah, sorry, it's down there. Click on the link, you'll find one of these.
If you've actually had a bad experience with electric fence, maybe you should share that on the comment section down below. We learned a lot today.
We did.
Again, I'm Dan with SWI, and who are you?
I'm Alan, SWI.
That's Alan. Until next time, you guys have a good dang day.